Now let's go.
Okay. Before I start this video, I do want to say it's been a while since I've actually made NFL-centric content where I just talk about football. I didn't know what to do, but I am back, and I want to start off my return to making these types of content with a simple video. I have assembled what I think the Dolphins do this offseason. What's all know, I am not a GM, so any moves that I make are not finalized, and if they're dumb moves, you can tell me in the comments. Please don't be too mean, though. Alright, let's go in. So, looking at the Dolphins, their current cap space situation is not the greatest. If you see right here, that looks good until you realize it's red. Yeah, we're in the negatives of 16 million. If you look at like who is taking up that cap, Tyreek Hill, obviously. Bradley Chubb is getting heavily overpaid. Teron Armstead, fine. Byron Jones is getting overpaid. Ogba is getting overpaid. Jerome Baker's fine. Xavier Howard's getting overpaid. But we're going to have to get some of these guys off the team. So start the cuts. Oh, wait, no. First, we're going to look at the team needs. Messed up on it. So yeah, going into this offseason, before we do anything, we have to establish what do we need. Running backs, tackles, guards, and linebackers are probably the biggest glaring needs of this team. Besides Jerome Baker, the linebacking core is weak. We have not had a solid run game, and the O-line is still rough, even with Teron Armstead. We need other guys to support it. Alright, yeah. So, those are the team needs. Let's move on to what do we need to do to be able to get these needs. We're going to have to cut some people. Starting off, Byron Jones. As I'm recording this, he might have retired, so that would have been a cut already established. But that's going to save us $3.5 million, as well as Derwin Sice, Sita, and Carter. Did not even know he existed, but he's got no dead cap, and he's got a cap of $3.5 million. It's going to save us. And Emmanuel Ogba, he was a Brian Flores product. He was someone that Brian Flores brought in. He is not a great edge rusher, and he's getting paid a lot of money. And that'll save us $3.5 million. All right. Now, who are we going to keep around? I want to keep Mike Gesicki. Absolutely love the man. How likely are we to keep him? I don't know, honestly, but this is mine. This is not what I think they're going to do. This is what I think they should do. Mike Gesicki is a great weapon. He is a difference from Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, who are just speed. He's the guy that can go up for. He's that red zone target, that big guy that you can rely on. And, yeah. I would say a 3-year, $30 million contract with $20 million guaranteed. It's pretty fair for him, especially coming off a down year. There are other factors behind that. But I think he would be a huge player to keep around. Up next, we got Jeff Wilson, who I want to stick to a 2-year, $15 million, $8.5 million contract. I'm with the assumption that we're going to let Raheem Mostert walk, and we traded Chase Edmonds. So that leaves us with 0 running backs. Yes, you can pick up running backs in the off season. Get there in a second. But there's a lot more need there. But you can't just have one running back. You need backups. It's a position that every player they're getting hit. So you need guys subbing in. So keep Jeff Wilson on a cheap contract. And keep Nick Needham. I think it's going to be pretty cheap to keep him because he completely ruined his Achilles, I think it was. And he's coming off a year where he barely played. When he did play, it was iffy play. But I think he's a very solid cornerback 3. Well, in this case, he'll have to be moved up to cornerback 2. But him, Xavier Howard, and keep forgetting the guy's name. The other corner who stepped in, who was an undrafted free agent, actually looked really solid. I think he can continue his nickel corner role fairly well, and I think this is a good contract to give him. Up next, we got the free agent, Saquon Barkley, 4 years, $40 million, $20 million guaranteed. We have not had a good run game since Jay Ajayi. Let's go out and get a running back. Where are we getting this money from? I don't know. Manipulate the cap somehow, Chris Greer. And I think Saquon is just that kind of guy. Now, do I think the Giants re-sign him? Yes, that's going to be my next video. Where do I actually think these guys are going to go? But in terms of that, I think if we can get him, we should definitely get him. He is a very dynamic playmaker, and him in that offense would just be so good. I'm going to say Azeez Al-Shir, 2 years, $60 million, $5 million guarantee. It's actually a guy we could sign, and I could realistically see it. Because the Niners have good linebackers. They don't really need him. But he's also really good. He just happens to be on the best linebacking duo in the league. Yeah, but I think he can be a very solid piece. Definitely a starting level play for us. And I'm looking at Andrew Wiley, who I just give him 1 year, $5.5 million guaranteed. Just straight up a guaranteed deal. Not much. Maybe give him a little more, but not much. He's an old player. Get him for a year-long contract. And we'll have a first-round pick next year. Well, that was a short video, but that's going to be all of that. Right? Yeah, that's going to be all of Miami. That's going to be all for this video. My next video, spoiler alert, will be me determining where do these players actually go, these free agents. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.